coach and director of soccer, Frank Yallop. We're just going to open it up for questions. Warren.
Frank, the last few weeks you've told us you thought your team was a better team. Do you feel that way again today?
No, because they won. So, first half was good. Second half totally outplayed. And very naive from us. At some point you have to figure it out on the field. We're very passive second half, and I can't do much from where I'm at, but the only thing I can do is make changes in certain things, the lineups, and get other players in. But once you're playing that game, you're in it. You got to stand up and be counted. Some of our guys ducked out of it, which was disappointing for me because I don't think we have, other than the last 20 minutes of this game this season.
Who ducked out of it?
No names.
How frustrated do you feel right
know.
now with this?
I mean, I wouldn't say I feel sick, but I do. I don't know what the word is. Not ill, but I feel terrible because I thought tactically we got it figured out. We would do great first half. We got a 2-0 lead against a good side, obviously. But the game's 90 minutes, as I know from my career. We kept going when I was coaching, and they keep going. They don't give up. Keep going. You either got to punish them with another goal, but I said at halftime they're going to come at you because they're good, and they're going to figure it out and get some chances. So we've got to be on people. So I haven't seen the goals again, but there was obviously piss poor defending, breakdowns. People just passively, not really. I don't think that we really wanted to win that game because it didn't show. If we wanted to, we would have put our head through the ball and clear things and be good at that stuff, but we didn't. So back to the drawing board for us, because I thought we were going somewhere, but now it's like we have a total collapse in a game we should have won.
The first half, Plankton and Rodrigo seemed to be able to find space, thanks to Sean Johnson and a couple of good emergency defensive plays. You guys were able to make sure they didn't score, but in the second half, was it just a matter of them pushing and you eventually broke, or is it just...
Well, they're a good side. I mean, you can't take anything away from their performance. They could have scored a couple first half. We maybe could have got another one. But it was for me. The whole game is in ebbs and flows, and I think that we had some chances, took them. They had a couple. Sean made 2 great saves off 2 of their shots. I think it was Platter and I forget who the other one was, but it's just an empty feeling right now. Again, I've talked about this again. This is a game 4. We've not won at home. We've not won a game. I just said to the guys in there, we've played 8 games. We've not won yet. I mean, it's just ain't good. So we've got to pick ourselves up again. Go to a tough place in our next game, and we've got to get a result. So we've got to keep going.
Brian, talking about that for the last couple of weeks, does that get harder to do though as these non-wins start to build up, keeping the morale high?
Well, that was. I think we'll find out next week. I mean, this week, when we get together and that, because we've not had that happen to us. Not collapse like that. That was a collapsing in the second half. Take nothing away from them, but we should see that game out, even at 2-1. How about 2-2? Not 3-2 loss. You just can't do that. So, for us, I got to figure out who's going to be punching and fighting the whole season and the whole 90 minutes we have. And who isn't? I'm going to figure it out. So I will.
Will there be some lineup changes for next week?
It's a bit early for that, but I would think so.
Yeah.
You had you were less, you mentioned being passive. You didn't have a whole lot getting forward in the second half. What brings that about? Is it a mentality or just a little bit too much respect for ourselves and sitting back?
Well, I mean, they play a certain style of game. It's a possession game, but when you drop back a little bit, which we tended to do, we did the same thing in the first half, but we were closing them down, nicking balls and running off them. We just kept going backwards and not really stepping into people. And then not just the back four, but everybody. We just sort of tended to drop and have low pressure, but that doesn't mean no pressure. You're still going to try and win the ball back and then break. That's the whole reason we did it, to make it tough and back. I don't want to be that deep, but we ended up that deep because they moved the ball well, put 2 forwards on to get back in the game. But I mean, you've got to see that game through. You know, no matter what they do, we've got to be men enough to make sure we don't concede any goals, and we didn't.
Shane, last one.
Can you take any positives from that game, from the performance?
Not right now. I mean, we scored 2 goals. I guess that's a positive. But when you lose, it's sickening, you know, and you're just gutted. And you know, here we are. You know, we ain't won. So it's just, for me, it's very difficult to take. You know, I thought, here we go, great. You know, good first half. Make some good saves. Played pretty well. You know, thought it was buoyant, good football. And then, you know, for the crazy, whatever it was, 15, 20-minute spell, we'll give the game to them, which is really disappointing.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay, thank you.